Alright, I said I was gonna do a part 2 to the second video. I mean the first video. Jeez, I'm always mixed. I'm gonna do part 2 to the first video. So here it goes. Surrounded by Liars by Thomas Erikson. Doing it again. Making another video. Making another iceberg. Going over my notes. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So there were personalities in the book. We're talking about lying. We're gonna go over those in a second. But your lies have to have a beginning and end if you're going to tell a convincing enough. You can't just lie to lie. You gotta tell a convincing lies have a story, and there has to be a startup to a lie. When somebody asks about the lie again, kind of like a truth, you update them. And then the lie has a resolution, all right? The lie ends, okay? You have to find a way to conclude the lies. The lie is never brought up again, all right? Or killed the solve. So basically, if you're trying to lie, be like, oh, I feel sick. Hey, I still feel sick, but I'm getting better. I'm at home. Be ready to say something. And then the resolution to your lie about why you're taking the sick. Oh, I feel better. I feel great. I got a good night's sleep, took some medicine, and now I'm ready to go. Now, none of this happened, but you have to sell the lie. So at the start, you gotta sound like you're sick. Update, sound a little bit better, maybe sound a little bit worse when you're updating your lie. When somebody asks you again, all right, stay consistent. Remember your lie, okay? And then end of the lie, be like, all right, it's time to come clean / lie about my lie. So basically just lying about your lie. You're compacting lies on top of your, but it's one story. Your lies have to make a story, so people do not question integrity. All right, okay, and that's how you get away with lying. All right, if you ever want to get away with lying, tell a story. Now, getting back to the rest of the things that I learned today, and not today, over the course of reading this book, is I learned that reds, or people with distinctly dominant profiles, are people with strong desires for power and achievement. They lie as a means to lying with a purpose. Since lying is necessary, it can help them avoid guilt. But being caught in a lie is a big sore spot for them. These people hate being caught in a lie, okay? Because that messes with their integrity, and their integrity is all that they have. Their ethos is all that they have. Once they lose their I believe ethos, but yeah, whatever. You guys could look that up, but I think yeah, okay, I was right. So ethos is super important to reds. Their perception, everybody's view of them, their idolization. That's how they have power. That's how they feel a sense of peace, how they are remembered, how people are talking about them. Once they are exposed or things happen, they lose it, okay? They lose it. That's all they are, all right? So their ethos is everything, all right? Now, yellows, or maybe me, are people that tell the most white lies. Peace, gain, acknowledgement, and build to personal relations. They often don't remember lying and lie mainly to themselves about how positive or good people are. They have a high degree of intelligence. I've been told that I have a high degree of intelligence for some reason by a lot of people, and by a lot of systems, and a lot of tests, a lot of robots and quizzes told that I have a high emotion, even though I didn't have enough emotional intelligence to help out with my relationship. All right, it's insane. All right, I understand that, but whatever. Okay, apparently I do. Maybe I'm not using it the right way. All right, but anyway, moving on. It could be a yellow, it could be a blue. We'll get to that in a second. Greens. Okay, greens do not like conflict or they are the mediators, lying to bring harmony, stability. They are less likely to lie because of this. Because they don't want to get found out. Trust, all right? Greens hate. They will never forgive you if you're caught lying, okay? They won't know how to take it, okay? They will not. The relationship is the same. Green, okay? All right, do not lie to greens, no matter what happens. Little babies, okay? Little mediator babies. Blues are more content. They are conscious, perfectionist, and ethic, which makes lies multifaceted and basic. So their lies are multifaceted. Basically, their lies have layers. They always have layers, and they will lie based on what's happened, what they think is the most ethical, or what makes the most sense to end the situation. All right, you guys are getting held at gunpoint. All right, you give them a wallet. All right, you know, they're calculating, can I beat this guy? Oh no, I can't beat this guy. My friend can't beat this guy. My mom is. What is the best thing to the situation? When they take our money, just lie. That's all we have. That's all I have. Come up with a very lie, a beginning, a mid, into why this is the first that. Let them take everything, okay? Like, this is the type of lies they'll tell based on the situation, why they're late, okay? It might be a very important thing for them not to be late. It might affect their job, their family, other things. So they will choose to lie there. Not a white lie, a very convincing, rarely, but when you do, it's situation, okay? Maintaining standard, avoiding mistakes, they lie. They hate making, and that's me too. I hate making, I hate flaws, I hate kinks in me, and so I will lie just to avoid basically being looked down upon for being human. That's just what I'll do. I don't like being human. I just don't. And I've done this several times where I'll just like lie the human experience. All right. But anyway, when lied to, reds try to control the situation. Front liar. When lied to, yellows need to understand why they're being lied to. They often forgive because they tell white lies all the time, all right? And they try to mitigate the situation, right? Yellows love friends. They love friends, they love people, and they want everybody to get a, you know what I'm saying? There's not much you can do to a yellow that they will not forgive. Yellows are very Greens, they are not. They will take it personally if you lie to them. They are passive aggressive. If you're caught lying to them, they will seek support, probably behind your back, if you are caught lying to them. And they will be very resistant to this. They will also change the relationship towards you. Do not lie to a green. You will take it hardest, okay? Reds, they don't take it that hard. Yellows will take it the softest. If you're blues, they analyze the context. They try to see why and they try to understand, right? They seek clarification in you. Why did you lie? They try to seek, like, okay, is my reason for analyzing the context, is the context that I see you lying in truth to match up? I want to see your reason. And then they set some boundary now that you've been, exposed. They set some boundaries. Oh, do this, you can't do that again, or there's gonna be a problem. All right. Greens, you're dead to them. All right. Do not lie to greens, please, for love of God. But moving on. I think the last thing that I want to talk about, people that it may be tough. It may be tough lying to a police officer, a judge and lawyer, a professional interrogator, a deception researcher, and close psychologist. Why? Because they work with lies all the time. They people that lie all the time. They can see the stories. Okay? All right. Also, if they're working with you, please don't lie to them. If they're working against you, you may have to lie. Now, this is not professional advice, but would I lie to the police? Definitely. Or not talk to them at all. All right? Okay? Anybody that's not working with you in the camps that I'm in, they may see the kinks in your lies. It's better to prisoner's dilemma. It's better than to tell the truth to these. Okay, we tell the truth, dirty nigga. All right, these people are very good at detecting deception. And here are some techniques for detecting. You can use somebody's body language, play good cop, bad cop, ask unexpected questions. Right, questions that you're like have nothing to do with why you're talking. Don't give them feedback. Feedback encourages to keep lying, right? With the don't give them feedback thing, I set up a hierarchy where if you're in power, you can interrogate them. You don't have to give them any feedback. Now, if you're on equal footing with them, you can go back and forth. You give them feedback, they only give feedback when you've gotten feedback. And if you're not in power, you're basically the beta or what, you do not over explain. You have to give your explanation because you have to realize you're not in power right here, but don't explain, don't elaborate. Very littlest, tiniest possible. All right. Now, Extroverts lie more because they like to talk. Just because somebody didn't tell the whole truth doesn't make them a liar, and just because somebody's a liar doesn't make them a bad. Now this should go without question, but too many people, arguments or anything, they will assume just because somebody lied or is known a liar in context just means that they're terrible. That's not the case. Also, just because somebody lies, I'm a liar. Please, guys, it's 2026. We grow up from this. Thank you. Lying is an adaptive behavior that can a survival tool is used to prevent conflict, protect feelings, cultivate and avoid punishment by humans. Is an essential tool. Thank you. People tend not to tell their therapist suicidal ideation thoughts, pretend to be happy and healthy psychologist therapists, and they feel them to downplay their problems. Now, I'm going to go into that different iceberg why are doing this, but we're going to finish this right now. You have to understand why some create a space that encourages actively listen if you want to understand why somebody's lying. Open your body language. Choose a neutral ground, a place where neither of you have power. Avoid blaming them. Blaming them is not going to do anything. Cultivate empathy in them. All right. Assure confidentiality. Please do not tell anybody about this person A in person if you want them to keep being truthful. Be honest about your intentions. Ask open questions, no closed questions, no yes or questions that can be clearly answered with closed questions, right? And it may make them feel like you are empowering them, that they don't have any say or any power. You have to give them autonomy, all right? And read with the lines. Context clues. Thank you. Okay? So this book has been great. It's taught me to be vulnerable. It's taught me to see people that lie and they light in personalities and motives. I hope you got something from this as well. Hey, then like and subscribe and Frosty.